Hey, what's up, everyone? I am Mariah Seacrest Cromer, and we are here tonight with another episode of the Wealthy Boss Show. So I'm hanging out here. I was debating whether or not to show you, but we just moved into our new house, so I am totally hanging out with the dogs on our rooftop patio, just checking out some nice little mountain views all the way around. So anyway, kind of my 30-second little glimpse into my new house. So let's chat tonight. We want to get down to business. We have a very exciting topic on cue tonight that is very near and dear to my heart, and that is why exercise is your secret ingredient for entrepreneurial success. Now, I meet so many entrepreneurs who in the early months and years of building their businesses kind of forget to take care of themselves. They let their weight go, they let their exercise habits slip, their nutrition starts to kind of go down into the dumps. And I know that it is out of purest intentions. When you're running a business, it takes so much work and effort and more than you always think it's going to take just to get it running off the ground. And this really often becomes our priority so that ourselves, our own health and well-being doesn't really make it to the top of our to-do list. So I get it. It's very normal. There are so many people in our Wealthy Boss Community Facebook group who have said that this has happened to them. So first of all, do understand that if you let your exercise habits kind of go since you become an entrepreneur, you're totally 100% normal. But here's why I don't want you to stay there. First of all, did you know that overall, so this isn't just in entrepreneurs, overall, people who exercise actually earn on average 9% higher income than people who don't exercise. So I think this is even higher when it comes to entrepreneurs, because think about entrepreneurs are the ones making the profit making decisions. They are the ones that are setting the strategy to develop more profits. Okay, so it's really even more important for entrepreneurs to be on point and really functioning at their best because they're the ones that are affecting that earning potential. So I think if you work for yourself or you have a side hustle in a business, that this rate of 9% higher earnings, I think that's actually going to be higher when it comes to entrepreneurs. I don't know if there's actually been any studies done for that, but I will say this. Look at how many wildly successful entrepreneurs include a fitness habit. So I know David Siteman Garland does CrossFit. Pat Flynn, I believe, doesn't he do marathons or races? So many people. Renee Christine, who is actually a wealthy boss, she is in the habit of exercising all the time now, even though she's running a 7-figure business. And you will find that the most successful people, Richard Branson, he says that his number one productivity tip is to work out. So you will find that the most successful people who you would think do not have any time to exercise actually do. So there's also this temptation then to believe, well, is it the chicken or the egg? Is it the exercise that's causing them to be successful? Or is it the fact that they've become successful that, Richard Branson can work out because he has a fully staffed team and I don't know, whatever kind of help he has. But I want to show you why it's actually the reverse. It's actually the people who develop those healthy habits who are setting themselves up for entrepreneurial success. In fact, next week when I teach the Entrepreneur's Fitness Shortcuts, which is a free live masterclass on how to build a lean body and spike your energy in just minutes a day, I'm going to be sharing a story of one of our own wealthy bosses who decided, she made a bold decision when she was getting buried and overwhelmed in her business, that she was going to reclaim her health, focus on nutrition and activity. And she did this before her business was as successful as she would like to be. And I can't wait to not only show you the pictures of her before and after pictures of what her body looked like when she made that change, but I also am really excited to share. I'm not going to spoil alert. Well, no, actually not spoil alert. I'm not going to tell you now. You have to come to the webinar to find out what happened to her business once she made that one tweak to take care of her own health. So that being said, why does exercise help you in your entrepreneurial endeavors? Why are high-performing entrepreneurs earning more? Why do so many people, those who are really where they want to be in life, building this into their routine before they have time to do it? Well, number one, exercise actually increases the activity in your prefrontal cortex. This is a region of your brain that is responsible for strategy, impulse control, decision making, and basically higher level ordering. It is the opposite of making emotional gut decisions. It is what is necessary for doing things like creating your sales funnel and showing up to work when you don't feel like it, being able to think long term and have a decision to maybe stay up late working on that lead magnet when you'd rather be out, watching TV. So exercise right off the bat is going to increase the activity in that prefrontal cortex, which means you are going to be better at making decisions. You are going to think more clearly, more methodically. You can better weigh pros and cons. You can also seek a more wide range of solutions to your problems. So you become a better problem solver. Secondly, exercise helps you be more productive. So people who exercise, there was a study done in 2002 by Crone that shows that people who exercise, or I should say employees who exercise 1 to 2 days a week are more productive than those who don't exercise. And those who exercise 3 to 4 days a week are even more productive than the group that worked out 1 to 2 times a week. What's more, what is really interesting to me is that the studies show that people who work out are more productive exactly on the days that they work out. So whenever you feel like you have a really big day ahead and you couldn't possibly squeeze work in a workout in because it's so such an important day for your business and your ambitions, you're actually going to get more done. Studies show precisely on the days that you exercise. Which leads me to my next point is that exercise is boosting your mental capacity, not only in terms of decision making and maybe making faster decisions and thus being more productive. It increases your creativity, so it helps bind the left brain and the right brain together to be able to come up with creative solutions. It makes you more creative, whether you are creative in and of your own right as a business owner. If you have a creative business that focuses on some type of art form or craft or something along the lines of being able to create, just to create. But even if your business is very business oriented and not really creative business, you still need to employ that creativity to, again, problem solve, to come up with new sales ideas, to come up with new products and ideas. So exercise is going to boost your creativity. It's also going to boost your ability to focus, your mood, which I think if you're in a better mood, of course you're going to be a better business owner. You're going to be better at everything when you're in a better mood. And it gives you more energy. So when we're first starting our businesses, we need all the energy we can get because it is so much hard work. But I will say that because I exercise regularly, I've worked day jobs as I built my business. I still do. And oftentimes I'll hear people who only work a day job, which still is, of course, a lot of work, just complain that by the time they get home from work at 5:30, they're just exhausted. They can't do anything else. That's not the case for me. When I come home from work, I go to work on my other business. And that's not to say that working 12 to 14 hours a day isn't tiring. Of course, that volume is. But I certainly have more energy than people, I think, who don't exercise. And that's really been critical for me in building my business during these early years where it takes a whole lot of effort. So I hope these reasons have inspired you to start to incorporate a fitness regimen into your daily routine. It doesn't take a ton of time. So even 5 minutes will give you a quick mental boost. And hey, it doesn't take a whole lot more than that to get the body to match, to give you that boss body that is just as badass as you are. So I would love to share some of my shortcuts, because if you are going to do this and you want to get the best results, there are some hacks, some shortcuts, some ways to make sure that your workout is the most effective. And then there's also some really important things that you'll want to consider that are actually outside the realm of diet and of exercise and even diet. There's some non-exercise biohacks that will make sure that your body is metabolizing everything properly, that your body is in balance, that we're optimizing your hormones so that what effort you do put in is really making the most impact on how you feel and on how you look. So that webinar, I would love to invite you to that. That's a free live masterclass that I'm teaching on March 29th and March 30th. It's either or. You can pick the date that works better for you. It will be held at 9 p.m. Eastern. So we're going to be covering these things, these biohacks, these most effective forms of exercise that are not going to take much time and effort. It's just only going to skyrocket your productivity. And then we'll also talk about the mental foundations that are really important, and perhaps maybe why you haven't been successful in the past if you've been the type of person to get into a fitness routine and then give up. We're going to talk about some of the really important mental foundation tweaks and mindset shifts that need to happen first. And they're all very science-based. So I know sometimes when we feel like mindset, we're like, oh, that's kind of, wishy-washy or ambiguous. These are actually very scientifically based to make sure that you are setting yourself up for success and most likely to follow through. So I'd love to invite you to that, to sign up for that. You do need to register. It is listed, the link to that is listed at the top of the Facebook page, whether you're watching this on the Wealthy Boss Facebook page or the Wealthy Boss Facebook group, which I will repost to in a moment. And if you're not part of that, you need to join that as well at wealthybosscommunity.com. You will find that if you click on the banner at the top Facebook banner. You can just sign up there. My dogs are going absolutely nuts. Can you hear them? So I'm going to go see. Hopefully they don't have a bobcat chasing them or something. But go sign up for the webinar. I want to see you there. I only teach it a couple of times a year, and I don't want you to miss out. So check that out, and I will see you here again next week for another live episode of The Wealthy Boss Show.